I have a massive unfair advantage right now to Instagram Reels. And if you are not using this, then you are missing out upon thousands and thousands of eyeballs, aka non-followers, that could be reaching your account, okay? New eyeballs on your stuff, which has nothing to do with the current algorithm and everything to do with a new feature that Instagram has been rolling out. Little side note, Instagram pushes new features, so we want to jump on them as soon as possible, because if I know anything about social media, the sooner you hop on things, the more they're going to benefit you, okay? So here is my little caveat before we begin. This is not available for everyone's account yet, and it is not whether you have a business account or creator account, whether you have 1,000 followers or 50,000 followers, it really doesn't matter. I had a student who had 1,000 followers have this feature, and I've had students that have upwards of 30,000 followers not have this feature yet. So if you haven't guessed it yet, I am talking about trial reels, which is the hot button topic on Instagram right now. Am I right? And what I'm seeing is so many people are hopping on, and it's exciting and it's new, but nobody really knows how to use it, okay? And nobody is using it effectively and well, and how it should be being used, and how I am like tripling my exposure, my follows, my leads by doing as little as 10 minutes a day extra work, okay? So this is crazy. So let's just back it up for a second. I got this feature on my personal account in August of last year, so August of 2024. I started seeing this trial reels feature, and so at the time on my personal account, I post more like mommy vlogs, that kind of content, and I was like, that's cool. Maybe I could just post like more content per day on my account, because on my personal account I was posting longer vlog styles, and so I would only post like maybe one a day, and because they're longer content piece, I didn't want to like annoy my audience by posting 2 or 3 times a day. So I was like, cool, trial reels is an awesome way that maybe I can post some more content and reach some more people and thus get more followers, right? Not really knowing exactly how to do it, but the results were insane, okay? And actually, I ended up gaining like an insane amount of followers, and I made mistakes along the way. So there's something that like happens after a 24-hour mark when your trial reel is doing well that Instagram will prompt you to do, and I don't think you should do that. So what does this mean? Well, what I know about you is you're probably, if you have this feature, you're probably hopping on it. You're probably, and let's just audit ourselves for a minute. Let's just take a sec, take a breath, and let's just see if this is you, okay? Because I feel like it probably is. If you have trial reels, you're probably posting super willy-nilly. You're probably pulling down older posts, right, without the watermark. And these posts are probably ones that have already did well on your account, and you're reposting them to trial reels, and they're just not working, okay? And you're like, well, what the heck? This worked really, really well organically. Why wouldn't this not work well on trial reels? And there's a huge reason for that, okay? And we're gonna go over that in just a few minutes. But the other thing is, you're probably not posting with the strategy of thinking, okay, these people who are gonna see my trial reels have absolutely no idea who I am, okay? I am brand new to them. They don't know me from Adam. This is top of the funnel content, guys, or it should be. And what I'm seeing is a lot of people are just posting and praying. They're like, okay, well, somebody's gonna come to my profile, and I'm not gonna have to worry about them seeing 3 posts in a row where I'm getting 200 views each. So I'm just gonna post and post and post on trial reels. Or you're posting on trial reels and you're not sticking with it, and you're not giving the consistency. And so when your post's getting like 0 views, which, you know what, guilty. My name's Ashley, and that happened to me. I actually gave up on trial reels for quite a while. I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a waste of time, because I would post the trial reel and I would go back and see like a couple hours later to see how it did. I'm like, oh, I really feel good about this one. Okay, this trial reel is gonna be chef's kiss. And I'll go back and it's sitting at 0, okay? There is definitely a piece of the puzzle that's missing there, and it took me a long time to figure out what it was and how to use this feature effectively to actually work and use those eyeballs that have never seen you before effectively, right? Okay, so we're going to switch over. I'm going to show you kind of where it is, because a lot of people are like, do I have this? Do I not have this? And so I'm going to flip over. I'm going to show you my phone on my screen, and we're going to kind of go through it together, okay? I'm going to tell you what could be happening if you knew how to use trial reels the way they were intended to be used, okay? So if we go on to my Instagram, just give me 1 second. I have to share my screen here. When you go to post a Reels, I'm just gonna pick a random video here and we're gonna hit Reel. Okay, so this is how I would go to post a Reel. This is just a piece of B-roll I took today, so ignore that. But if you have trial Reels and you scroll down, it's actually gonna show up right here, okay? It's just a little toggle right before you post, so you would just do your video like normal, add your caption, and then you would scroll down here. And before you hit share, what you would do is toggle this on. And then over here it says in feed and Reels, your Reel will only be shown to non-followers at first and will not appear on your profile. If it performs well, you can also choose to automatically share it to everyone in trial settings. Now, I'm not saying to do that, but what I am saying is if you do have this feature, then this is where it's going to show up, all right? Now, let's just go out of this for a second and we're going to pop over. So once you've actually posted some trial Reels, they're actually going to show up right here, okay? On where your Reels are. If you just scroll over to this tab here, you're going to see this drafts and trial Reels folder, okay? And we're going to hit trial Reels. And you can see that I have been experimenting quite a bit, okay? And so if I scroll back, I will show you just how potent they can be. So this was my second trial Reel I've ever posted. It got 628,000 views. That is freaking wiggity whack, is it not? And so what I want to take away here is there is a very different way to post the content that needs to be seen on trial Reels as opposed to the content that goes to your grid, okay? And there's a very nuancy thing here that we need to go over. So the biggest problem I see with ladies that are coming in and trying to take advantage of trial Reels is that they aren't thinking about who is seeing their content, right? Most of the time when we share a Reel, it goes out with the people who know, like, and trust us the most, right? Our current following. And the problem is that we take that same mentality and we put it onto these trial Reels. But because trial Reels are essentially a cold audience, they need to be nurtured as such. And so when we think about our content as a funnel, as we all should be, right? Then we need to have our trial Reels being at the top, right? This is the awareness content. This is the handshake between you and the person that's going to potentially come into your world, start following you, and start consuming your content. And so when we look at it through the lens of that, that is when you start getting these, like my first trial Reel got 10.5 thousand followers, or sorry, views, not followers. That would be phenomenal. The second one got 628,000 views. The fourth one got 10.4 thousand views, and on and on and on. Do you see how potent and powerful that is? And listen, if you are doing the things that I discussed before, okay, if you are repurposing old content and that's the only thing you're doing, if you are just posting willy-nilly, right? We have no idea what we're doing. We don't have a structure. Then I have a masterclass. It's the Trial Reels Masterclass, and it's just amazing, and it deep dives into every single strategy that I use to get results like this that converted into 3 times the views, the leads. And listen, if these are taking you more than 10 minutes a day, you are doing them wrong, okay? Gets to be easy. This gets to be so satisfying because the amount of extra work you're putting in to get this amount of results is insane, okay? And the more people get this rolled out and start implementing it, the less potent it'll become, like anything, right? When everyone started posting Reels, it was amazing. Everyone was blowing up over nothing, but now it's a little bit harder to gain the traction. This is your end, okay? This is the thing that you need to jump on before the boat leaves the station, okay? Don't miss the boat, right? Don't let the boat get out of the harbor without you on it. And so I'm going to link my masterclass below. I really recommend you check it out. I've had phenomenal results from it, and my students are loving it as well. It's so fun. And listen, if you don't have this feature yet, fear not. It could be as easy as you get off this little masterclass that I put together and you go and check your Instagram. It could be there, okay? It could be there tomorrow. It could be there the next day. There's really no rhyme or reason other than I feel like it's definitely coming for you, and the more prepared you are for it, the better you're gonna be, okay? The more prepared you're gonna be, and you're not gonna spread the spaghetti, or throw the pasta, like I like to say, like the pasta method. We just post and pray. Okay, we're not doing that here. All right. So I love you guys. I hope this was super insightful. Trial reels are so much fun and can be very, very potent to grow your visibility for not spending any money, right? You don't get this kind of visibility anywhere else but paid ads for non-followers. And so that's why I just want everyone to really harness this freaking energy while you can. So I will see you in the Trial Reels Masterclass.